Heyo, how's it going everybody? Hope anyone out there who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome, my name is Relikai. I'm going to be playing myself a video game on the old internet, and tonight that game is going to be Master Detective Archives Raincode. So right now we're in the middle of the mystery labyrinth for, I don't even know which case this is at this point. I think it's chapter 4. I would probably say chapter 4 or chapter 5, one of those two. So yeah, so we are in the midst of figuring out the answer to the mysteries that have been plaguing us all this chapter. So yeah, it's gonna be getting into it pretty soon here. How's it going, Yola? I hope you're doing good tonight. Appreciate you stopping in. I hope your week has been treating you well. If the camera looks kind of weird just in terms of like the color temperature or the hue, the saturation or something like that, I was messing around with the settings for my webcam just because it was being weird. It was being very weird earlier for literally no reason, so I had to set some stuff manually to try and get it to just stay looking consistent. So hopefully it's not noticeable in any way, and maybe you wouldn't have even noticed if I didn't say anything, but I kind of noticed, so I just had to mention it here. But yeah, hopefully my webcam just decides to play nice tonight, and everything will be a-okay. Hey, how's it going, Drew? Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you also stopping in. Feels like it's been a second since you've stopped by. Hope things have been well. Hope 2026 is treating you okay so far. We're about 2 weeks in. I'll be honest, 2026 could have started off a little bit better, but hey, you know what? It's it be what it be, so all we can do is continue to keep trucking. So, just gotta roll with the punches that come along, I suppose. Wrapped up Ori and Will-o'-the-Wisps. Aha! I never really did play the Ori games. I think I played like a little bit of Blind Forest, and I don't know. I didn't immediately get grabbed into it, but I have them. I should honestly try and play them one of these days. I guess I should maybe stream them, honestly. So maybe I'll do that one of these days. Speaking of Metroidvanias, though, this one did just come out that I played the demo for it, but now the full game is out now. It's called Kotama and Academy Citadel. It's got very nice character designs, but the gameplay is also pretty good, honestly. Like, it's honestly a pretty challenging Metroidvania in that sense, but the movements are really sleek and slick, and yeah, again, the gameplay is solid and challenging, so it's not a game that's all relying on, just its character designs. It's actually got some mechanically in-depth and sound aspects to it underneath the veneer. Unfortunately, in the demo, the translation and the story felt like they were a little bit lacking, and unfortunately it seems, at least from what I've read, that hasn't been, addressed in the final release of the game. So it's another one of those games, lots of games that I guess come out from, I'm assuming this developer is like Korean, because it feels like whenever a game comes out and it's got nice looking visuals, but then the translation and the story are very shaky, it feels like at least 7 times out of 10 it's usually a Korean game nowadays. So yeah, but I like it. Maybe we'll play it on stream. But I don't know. It feels like one of those games that I could potentially burn out on, like maybe a third of the way through or something like that. But again, I liked what I saw in the demo, so we'll just hope for the best. But yeah, I've got a couple of games that I'm trying to think of what the next one I would want to play once we're done with Rain Code. With one of the games, I've mentioned this before, there's someone that I would want to try and maybe potentially collaborate with if I decide to play a certain game as being like the next game that I end up making the weekday game. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that all shakes out. Because obviously I would have to get in contact with this person, see if they'd be down. There's no reason why I should figure that they would be, since, you know, I am literally nobody. So who would feel like, you know, wasting their time collaborating with me? But at the same time, I feel like this particular person wouldn't necessarily care about that type of stuff. So who knows? Could end up perhaps working out. But well, we shall see when we come to that, when we cross that bridge eventually. Does look good, but better to wait until the translation are fixed. I don't think that'll happen, because I've played enough of these types of games at this point. A lot of them from Korea, maybe a couple from China, where it just seems like, I don't know why. I don't know why the translations, or at least the translations, why can't the translations be better? Like, having a subpar story is, you know, that's whatever. Like, you know, games that are made over here have subpar stories. It's fine. I just don't understand why the translation has to be not great. Like I don't know. Is the market of translators just saturated with Japanese translators and no one knows Korean? So, you know, they either have to use fucking Google Translate or AI, or just like really inexperienced translators and script adapters. I don't know, man. I don't know. But it's fine. With Metroidvanias, it is more about the gameplay than the actual stories. And like I said, for Kodama and Academy Citadel, the gameplay is slick and it is satisfying. So, you know, it's I'm down to clown with it, you know. 2-player game, because I know 3 of the following good ones. Kotama? Is it? I'm not entirely sure. If you're talking about the game that I was talking about collaborating with someone else about it, oh wait, this game, Kotama might actually be Chinese. Huh, interesting. How about that? Well, cool. No, the game that I was talking about potentially collaborating with someone I would want to collaborate with them because the specific dynamic with this particular person could be fun and interesting, especially considering what game it is. I won't say what the game is right now, but just know that if I could make this work out, it would be an amusing dynamic for this particular person to be you know, teaching me about this particular game. What's up, Vic? Hope you're doing good tonight. Appreciate you also stopping in. We're just gonna go ahead and get things started here, I think, because yeah, I don't really have all that much else to really talk about tonight. So I don't feel like there's any need to take up any more air than, I already have. So I think we'll just go ahead and get things started here. Why don't we? Doing good? That's what we like to hear. That's what it's all about. It's all about the Mets, baby. Okay. Let me kill the BGM here. God damn it. Do that. Okay, and then... Alright, and then... pipe wire. There we go. Alright. Let's see. I know you won't, but still, I do hope the collab agreement goes well. Yeah, we'll see how things shake out. It would be very amusing and fun if we could make it work. But if not, then it is what it is. Can't get too mad about that. People got their own stuff that they got to do. I got my own stuff that I got to do. So if we are destined to not be even ships passing in the night, then you just gotta accept it, But all right, so we're back with Rain Code. Like I said last time around, we just entered into the Mystery Labyrinth to find out who killed the head researcher at Amaterasu Corp. And I've got a pretty good idea of who the culprit is going to be, especially since we had our guest last time around. I forget their name, but I think it was something like it was like Floofy Boy VT or something like that. They were indicating that this particular chapter is going to be quite sad, and so taking that into account, I'm about 97% sure that I know who the culprit is. So we'll just have to see how things shake out here. Was able to get Columbina, but she was from the Fable Myth of Capture Radiance. Oh, you got the Capture Radiance? It's real? Oh shit. Goddamn. Well, that must have been exciting. Well, congratulations. Yeah, we'll see if I end up managing to get her. Probably not, but it's fine. If I get no other characters from Nodcry other than Alice, I will consider that to be a win. So, yeah. Columbina's out now. She is. And, I'm trying to think of what, character she kind of matches up with. She's... I don't know. I would say maybe she's kind of like a... She's kind of like a lunar Nahida? Sort of, maybe, kind of. But not quite. I don't know. She kind of reminds me of what's the monk girl from Nikkei? The one with the god hands that like come down on top of the field. She reminds me of her because of her big like lunar moon burst slam that like comes down and shit like that. But yeah, she seems pretty cool. Nayuta, that's it. Yes, sir. Like her moving animation. Yeah, her floating little steps, they're fun. All right. Let's go ahead and continue on here. The lunar element is out now. The lunar element been out for a while. Cuz I mean, Inefa and Flynn's and everybody they do lunar stuff. But I'm pretty sure Columbina is a I think she's a Hydro character. So yeah, like lunar isn't an actual element. It's more of a like reaction or something that gets imbued alongside the other elements. So technically she's hydro, but you don't use her for hydro stuff. You use her for lunar. All right. Let's see. A new route appeared.
This is all thanks to me.
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I've never been happy or sad in my entire life. I want to die someday.
This guy's hopeless!
Anyway, let's explore this new route.
Yeah, look at her zoom. Look at her zoom up there. Goddamn. It's like a kid running down to see the Christmas tree on Christmas Day. She's hydro and can do all of the new lunar reactions. Let's go. Hopefully it's the correct route this time. Let's move it, master. Oh dear.
When you think about who could get past security, the only option we know of is Amapal.
True, and that's how we were able to get through security ourselves.
But it's just a toy robot, right? How is it related to the case?
I don't know yet, but since Amapal can get through security, it must be important.
It's gotta be important. So, oh, hello. My last 50-50 win was at Nefa. Loss was Chaska, guaranteed Nefer. Captured Radiance was Columbina. I see, because I never pulled for Durin. I didn't technically pull for Durin either, and then I just got him, which was some nasty work from Genshin. And then I didn't get Nefer, and I only got C1 Yehoda. So yeah, Genshin been doing some vile stuff recently, acting an absolute disgusting fool. Hey, how's it going, Kimmy and Kiara? Hope you guys have been doing all right. Hope your 2026s have been treating you well. Welcome in. We're just playing some more code. I was about to say Code Vein for some reason. Rain Code. Yes, sir. Kind of hasn't it? Yeah.
Hey, there's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way.
Oh boy.
Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was attacked?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh dear.
The mystery materialized. It must be related to what the doctor just said.
Who are you was directed at who?
So the question is, who did the doctor say? Who are you?
You're just gonna sit on the chair on the couch as it's on the wobbly floor, man? Come on.
Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
We're going with the culprit here. Yes. It better not be another.
I certainly understand why you'd want to choose that. But wasn't security active at that point? I considered all the various possibilities, but I couldn't figure out a way to...
And Miami, Aurora, hope you guys are also doing alright tonight.
If I'm right, then there is no basis to infer that someone had entered the doctor's lab at this point.
Yeah, well, you weren't there and you didn't see the shit that we saw.
Which means You can't say the doctor was directing those words to the culprit.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, that sounds right.
What? I'm still gonna say it though. What? So I can't choose the culprit, really. Okay. Well, he wasn't saying it to Amapal. So then he was saying it to no one? Uh-huh.
The trap didn't activate. Does that mean we found the right answer? Huh? So the right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right?
Wow. So he was just being a big old drama queen on camera for no reason.
And that was before I borrowed Amapal. So the only explanation is that no one was there.
Why would he say that if no one was there?
I think if we go there, we'll find the answer.
What? But that route's obviously just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind. It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
All right. I will say this case is definitely interesting in all the turns that it's taking. So I am curious to see what it is that is
So, Master,
the case has got up its
geezer
sleeves.
was thinking?
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
An act? Really?
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why.
More or less to just fool them? Yeah, but for what
I
reason?
have to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
What was he trying to accomplish by getting someone to come in here? Was he trying to get us killed? He was trying to lure us in there so that we could get killed?
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Weska's motive this way? Good luck with that, morons!
Oh, here,
No motive at all!
here's our boy with his, you know, perturbing floppy sword.
Well, he said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
God damn it, Vivia.
Can't do that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
Alright, you Sephiroth wannabe. Let's see what you've got now this time. Photo, the doctor's email records.
This was all part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood. You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul
Oopsie.
into his work. The research was going well. The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
That is not true.
There's no way he'd betray us.
Okay, so it should be the doctor's email records and the statement should be the doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
Didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood. You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work. The research was going well. The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
Fuck you. That's right. Sounds like the email records. Hell yeah.
No, the doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
Oh, only one this time? Okay. Well, bye-bye, buddy.
Yomi's rebuttal.
Ooh.
What's that?
This hallway looks cool.
What's he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
He's a goner.
The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu. And whoever he was emailing knew that.
He's a goner.
So the doctor locked
He's
himself
a
in the lab to
boner.
protect himself from that person.
Perhaps
He's a midnight
the doctor's act
Tonner.
had something to do with that.
Was he... Whoopsie daisy. Was he only supposed to be meant to look like he was murdered?
It's the
And then-
security gate.
Huh.
Everything's locked up.
I think he planned to stage himself getting killed. And so then he would be able to just escape from Kanai Ward. Without anyone, like, wondering where he went. Because obviously he can't just, like, leave. So he was going to use a fake murder of himself to cover why he would be gone. And then the whole thing just went awry. Fat finger. Oh, here we go. How did the doctor plan to escape Kanai Ward?
Which means this is a complex problem. We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before. Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
You've been leaving it to me this entire time, so, you know, I think we're gonna be just fine.
As always.
Oh, goodness. Hey, it's Floofy Boy. Hi there. Appreciate you stopping by again. How you doing? We are continuing on with the case. We are hot on the trail. The game is afoot and all that. How did the doctor plan to escape Kanai Ward? Terrorist bombing, blackout, swapping places. I mean, terrorist bombing, blackout, swapping places. Could swapping places. That one sounds like it's come out of nowhere. Swapping places. What does that mean? Swapping places with who? Was someone else supposed to be killed but made to look like the doctor? How am I? I'm doing okay. I can't complain too much, you know. How have you been? I hope you've been well. I suppose it makes sense to say he was gonna escape via the blackout, because obviously, you know... obviously, if everyone's distracted by the blackout, he could, like, slip out, but at the same time, he should know that the lab has supplemental backup power, and that he wouldn't have enough time to escape. And also, he didn't try to escape anyway during the blackout, so to me, swapping places is the only thing that sounds correct, because terrorist bombing, that has nothing to do with this case at all. The terrorist bombing stuff happened in the last case. So, I don't know. Let's try swapping places. Oh, use a solution key. Oh. Okay. Wait, so do I use the same solution keys on each door? No. It changes per door. Interesting. I'm good? That's good. That's what we like to hear. Wait. Do I have to open up each one? Huh. Okay. And then terrorist bombings. Wait. Airlock. The doctor's notes, stored food. Oh no, they are all the same. It's just the order changed for this one for some reason, which is suspicious. Why is the order of the solution keys only different for this one? Stab wounds in the back. One of them still has a knife stuck in it with no other injuries. Doctor's notes. Notebook found on the doctor's desk has diagrams of a person being splashed with sulfuric acid. Aha! Doing this would cause clothes and skin to melt, rendering the victim unrecognizable. What was the doctor trying to do? And then stored food. Yeah. The food... He was running out of food, and so... I guess he was just not planning on getting any more. So yeah, I'm gonna say swapping places and the doctor's notes. Let's go with this one. Was that right?
Oh, the door actually opened.
Hey.
I knew I could let Yuma handle it.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
Oh. It's Shinra.
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu. The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
At the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow, melting a corpse with sulfuric acid?
Is she gonna get all horny from the thought of it?
Yay, so cool and grotesque!
Yep, a little bit.
So who was the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape. When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived. The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
I feel you, buddy. Yeah.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
Got a little like tickle at the back of my throat. I swear to God. This fucking bronchitis better not be like getting a second wind and coming back, because if so, I'll probably just go ahead and I was gonna make a very dark joke that I don't think Twitch would appreciate. They'd probably end up suspending me for like a week and then sending me an email pretending like they care about me. So I'm just gonna leave it up to your imaginations.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
And that was the act he put on by asking you, "Who are you?"
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
He was trying to lure Master?
Yep, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, that he wanted to lure us in there.
He considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up.
I know what you were gonna say. Hell yeah.
So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system, and thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out.
Oh, the pickup artists.
Well, he couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence.
Can I go? Oh,
Visitors.
all right. It's just a hallway.
People from outside to pull it off.
All right, everyone, file in.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab...
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now.
Hey, yo.
Aw, so close.
You want that?
Shh.
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman.
She thinks you've got good bones, Yuma. You're so in. I mean, she's already calling you master, so I think we've been in for a good long while.
I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
Assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom, we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
Third elevator music, not the bossa nova. Oh god, someone turned on light mode on Discord. Oh.
Where are we?
Hey yo,
This place is a real mystery.
we're 2D.
Again, I suppose that checks out.
Huh? Shinigami?
Yeah! Master, this looks like an important turning point!
What are we doing? This is so cute.
So, is that your final answer?
I haven't said anything yet!
Ah, the culprit entered the lab before Amapal. Uh-huh.
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death. We are at the crossroads of mystery and solution.
Cardboard cutout stage.
Voice
Yeah.
may be your last.
It looks so cute.
Now, Master, which one will you choose?
Wait, the culprit entered the lab before Amapal? Yes. Granted, all of the security measures were still in place. No. No, he didn't enter the lab before Amapal. He followed behind Amapal because, I mean, because like the whole thing about there was that whole thing when we entered into the lab and we were just like sitting there and Tetsuhiko was like, "Hey, come on, man! Like, let's go! Let's hurry it up here!" And then we were like, "Oh, we got to retract the arm in order to be able to move." So that's when the culprit got in there. I'm assuming. Wasn't there something on the Amapal? Yeah, there was a footprint, but that happened once Amapal entered the lab. So it went in, like, it actually went into the doctor's lab before the culprit. Well, no, the culprit went into the doctor's lab before Amapal, and then, but Amapal went in first to get through the security measures for the culprit. The culprit followed behind Amapal. So I'm gonna say the culprit entered the lab before Amapal. No. Oh. I guess that was incorrect. Alright then. I guess I was just spewing bullshit. Yes.
When I directed Amapel to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him. Which means he was murdered before Amapel entered the doctor's lab.
Okay, so when it says entered the lab, it does mean the actual room that the doctor was in. The security measures do not count as part of the lab.
Your answer? Is correct! Congratulations, Master! Would you like to double down?
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
So what the hell was with all of that? Why did we even do the little paper puppet pal time?
Entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapel entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapel, Master. The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapel. She said no one entered or left the lab.
I love how that guy just showed up and just smacked you. That's the game's way of saying that you're wrong. Yeah, and that I'm a big stupid fucking idiot. And we're back here.
Huh? We're back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in. Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
God damn, this is like the 6th time she's slashed open my throat. Where was the culprit before the crime? He was hiding out inside of the Kine, right?
This is a map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too. Do you know where, Yuma?
Spot selection. Let's see. So this is the lab, the actual lab. This is the panel room. This is the poison room. This is the opening area, the entrance, and then this is the where all of the decontamination area. Right here.
Here. The culprit must have been here.
The vents, yes.
Yay! It opened!
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapel, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
Alright, let's go.
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
Yeah. The culprit
What are those things
was waiting for their
floating
chance.
around?
But we had no idea when we sent Amapel into the airlock.
And from
Uh-oh.
there, Yuma, you guided Amapel to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then? How would that be possible? Only
Oh, shit.
Amapel could get past security.
Everything's falling apart.
Yeah, that's the next big question.
No, I'm still saying that
Maybe the
they followed behind Amapal.
No. The researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past.
I think those are Vivia's straps.
So the
No, those like those
taken
pages
advantage
flying
of
around.
Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it? There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.
Well, I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
Good lord.
How about giving up?
Ah,
I'm getting tired.
yes, the ultimate strat of
Nope.
winners everywhere.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Another fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
God, Jesus Christ. How did the culprit use Amapal?
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
As a shield? They're wording it so weirdly. I'm gonna say as a shield because, again, I'm saying that the culprit followed behind Amapal and waited for Amapal to solve all of the security measures. Yes.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
What do you mean use Amapal as a shield?
Amapal is supposed to be sturdy enough to withstand an elephant stepping on it, right? The culprit may have used Amapal as a shield against the security system.
So, the culprit followed behind Amapal to avoid the toxic gas and explosions?
Aha.
I get it! You're so smart, Master!
That feels like...
I don't think so.
What the hell is that?
Master just showed off how smart and logical.
Oh
he
no,
is.
she's praising us too much. That means I'm probably wrong.
Master wasn't smart after all! Come on, take it from the top!
The toxic gas can be bypassed with Amapal. Yes.
It's gonna crush us!
Wait, huh? The toxic gas can be bypassed? Yes, it can. What are you talking about?
Yeah, even if Amapal itself is fine, it wouldn't be able to protect the culprit from the toxic gas.
Yeah, but like once the... Wait. Oh, oh no, we didn't deactivate the toxic gas. I guess we just went through it. Okay, shit. Never mind. Hey, this was from weeks ago, okay? So give me a break. The high voltage shocks can be bypassed with Amapal. Oh, no. Yeah, we had to use Fubuki's Forte in order to get through them.
Amapal is sturdy. It couldn't withstand the high voltage shock from the panel chamber.
Dang. Well then, I guess that blows all of my lines of thought out of the water. Okay, well then,
Which means it'd be impossible to use Amapal to protect yourself.
okay, well then, as a weapon doesn't make sense. Because, yeah, like, how? Amapal doesn't have any kind of offensive capabilities, and the culprit didn't use Amapal in any way to, like, kill the doctor. Didn't it deactivate if the door was open first? No, once the door was open, I think all the security measures shut down. But yeah, again, like, we were sitting there for a good long while when we opened the door, and we were just kind of sitting there. So, like, I feel like, yeah, so the culprit was waiting in the decontamination area, and then once the security measures had been deactivated, they could have feasibly run all the way through and got in before us. The brain cells are brain celling. I mean, I'm trying to.
You're only realizing this now. At this rate, you'll be a grandpa before you stop being a rookie.
Listen here, Missy. You were just praising me for how smart I was, so I can't. You don't have any room to be able to stand on to say that you had this all figured out. All right.
Perhaps you will improve in the next life.
I'm trying my best in this life.
Okay, so I'm gonna say as neither then. How did the culprit use Amapal? It didn't use it as a weapon or a shield, I guess.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapal's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapal wasn't the murder weapon.
Also, you were controlling it.
And the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
That was the wrong answer! Come on, Master!
Oh.
Huh?
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
Jesus Christ.
The door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Holy slit throats, Batman.
Huh? Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Fell on his butt very oddly.
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapal. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Oh, he just like curls up into a ball and is like, nuh-uh, no more for me.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing then.
He really just like that. He is.
We're back at where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at how did the culprit use Amapal? With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapal was used?
Help him out more! More!
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapal were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
I mean, you know what? This wouldn't be the worst. This wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have happen to you. I'm just saying.
The culprit did something to Amapal?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey, now that you mention it, back then... Oh hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapal sees.
Oh yeah, there was that little flicker, that little glitchy flick.
It's like the cockpit of a mecha. Whoa, what was that? Did it break already? I thought it was state of the art. No, it's all right. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapal. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
Help us, you gothic deadbeat detective.
See?
Hell yeah.
I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's...
Wait!
Whoopsie daisy.
Huh?
Wait, what did she say? I didn't see what it was.
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapal, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapal to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
No, because Amapal can't move its head while its arm is extended. Again, that's what I was saying. When we extended its arm to open the lab door, we sat there for like 5 years, and that would give the culprit plenty of time to get in there.
Now that you mention it...
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off? How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapal's camera?
Hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How did the culprit use Amapal? What caused Amapal's malfunction in the airlock? Why didn't the culprit appear on camera?
Now, it's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
No, there's not.
Or not. I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Holy shit. Wow, you didn't have to do me like that.
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? All this can be solved with just one answer?
What caused Amapal's malfunction? Where was the culprit before the crime? Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? How did the culprit use Amapal? These are all completely different questions. None of them, like, it's literally what, where, why, and how. And somehow one thing can answer all of those questions. So somehow the location that the culprit is hiding is also apparently the answer to all these other questions too. What caused so how does the location of where the culprit was hiding answer what caused Amapal's malfunction in the airlock? Yeah. What, huh? Where was the, oh, whoopsie daisy. Shit. Forgetting my shit. My WASD. So where was the culprit before the crime? So on top of Amapal's head. How did the culprit use Amapal as transportation? What caused Amapal's malfunction in the airlock? Culprit jumped on it. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? They were on top of the head.
I got it!
Those were all different answers.
It rode on Amapel's head, using it as a method of transportation.
Whoa! He did a sick flip.
The door opened.
Okay, so I essentially was right. I basically said that that's the way they used Amapal. I just said that they were behind it rather than on top of it. Which would make more sense and be less silly. But I forgot this is a Spike Chunsoft game, so of course it has to also be the silly answer.
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Absolutely. I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Oh, the irony. Yeah, he knows. He knows the dramatic irony that we will be feasting upon at the end of this whole mystery. Because, yes, again, my theory is that the chief is the culprit behind this whole thing.
What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapel and used it to get through. After we left Amapel in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device. Then they jumped on Amapel's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable.
The only thing that's left is who.
Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight.
Yeah.
So
I already know the who.
on it shouldn't affect its
We just have to figure out how to get to the who.
The shoe print on Amapel's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
Did they stand on top of it with just one foot?
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab. By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery.
If you say it's the chief, I'd be amazed if it was him.
What's with that huge sigh?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
Yeah.
This case's greatest mystery?
Yeah, no. All the flags that they're putting up, it can't be anyone other than him.
This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
When did the culprit get off Amapal?
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
I mean, it's got to be when Amapal fell over, I guess. When would it have been possible for them to get into the room ahead of us? While opening the door, when going through the door, before opening the door. Yeah, it has to be while opening. So, before opening the door, while opening the door, when going through the door. So you would think it would be when going through the door, because of the fact that Amapel fell over right when we got into the lab. But the doctor was already dead by the time, we entered into the lab, so that can't be it. So it has to be... It could be before opening the door, because again, Amapel can't turn its head while its arm is extended. And if this diagram is like, because I mean, well, here's the thing. Before opening the door and while opening the door feels like basically the same answer. Like before and while opening the door are literally, those could be literally like seconds apart. At most, maybe like 30 seconds. I'm gonna say before opening the door, because then that would give the culprit enough time to, you know, get in there ahead of Amapal and do the deed. Would they be at the... They'd had to go over the door as it was opening, right? Well, I mean, they can go around. Well, here... Because here's the thing. Yes, before Amapal pushes the button, the panels, the electric panels are still active, but you know, you can just walk in front of the door onto the other side before the door opens. So I'm just gonna say before opening the door. Oh yeah, so while opening the door, when going through the door. Yeah, no. I'm gonna say before opening the door. Oh, alright then, I guess not. Okay then. Then I'm gonna say while opening the door. I swear to God, if it is when going through the door, then because I mean that's the obvious answer. Because that's when Amapal fell over, so you would think it would fall over because the culprit hopped off of it, but that doesn't make any sense. Because again, like, the doctor was dead. Unless the culprit isn't actually the one who, like, this culprit isn't the one who actually killed the doctor. We would have seen the doc alive. Exactly. So I'm going to say while opening the door. Aha!
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapal entered the room.
All right, see, that's what I was saying. Before and while the door was opening is literally about like the same time.
Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapal at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
What?
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Why did they have to do that? Once the door was open, all of the security measures were... Oh, no, wait. The button on the inside deactivates the security system. Oh. Well, I mean, they still could have gotten off before the door opened, because again, you just stay on this little, you know, this little walkway behind the black and white line, and you're not going to get shocked. Then you just walk over to the other side of the door and wait for Amapal to open it. Again, it can't turn its head while it's extending its arms, so it can't see off to the side. So, again, this is the thing that's irritating about Spike Chunsoft games, where they like they want you to come to the right answer in the specific way that they want you to get to it. And it's still as annoying as when I first played the first Danganronpa game.
Like this?
Oh boy. You're back, huh?
We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes.
Your body is full of holes. Eyeballs, to be exact. Would be better if it was replaced while was as.
If this is a joke,
I mean,
it's not very funny.
I feel like that specific detail also doesn't really matter all that much, honestly.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you!
All right, so what are we looking for here? Fubuki's forte, Amapal's design.
The culprit hopped off Amapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door.
Whoopsie daisy.
That's impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it.
Ah, there we go.
No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed.
Okay, so Amapal's design. Let's go.
The culprit must be really lucky. What, did they use some sort of special power?
Right.
No.
For now.
Okay.
The culprit hopped off Amapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
Get that shit out of my face.
Amapal is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
you little maggots, don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
Again, you just had that one? Just that one little objection? Man. Come on, brother.
Get it. So Amapal couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates. That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they entered the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design, and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead. I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway.
This passageway is kind of cool.
Take us. Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display. A room of nightmares.
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
Huh?
Again? What's with this thing?
God damn.
Hey, Yuma. When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him. Which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
No, it's because he's deaf. He can't hear shit.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
Hey now. Getting a little vulgar here, Mr. Hell Smile. I don't think that is warranted. God damn, why didn't we just do this last time? Alright, fine.
Damn Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies.
You just said the same thing, just in a different way.
Even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
That claim doesn't hold up.
Get out of here. He's unhinged as hell. As hell smile.
No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way!
The doctor's notes. Information on Dr. Huesca.
Quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy. So
Oh, that's probably gotta be it.
to face the culprit.
Whoopsie daisy.
And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged? Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
There it is.
This is the truth. Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you.
Oh, looks like someone was caught a little lacking here,
There's
huh?
a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
That's it for the reason with death. Exactly.
What? I refuse to see the truth?
Yep, because you don't want to see it, because it's the chief!
Vivius said the same thing, but...
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
Huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
If that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Hey!
Yuma. Yuma.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
Why is
What are you...
Shinigami so aggro with him right now?
Let's review your deduction, shall we? The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab.
The chief probably worked on Amapau, I'm assuming.
And stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
We already told you that. The culprit rode on top of Amapal as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
I mean, that's just because I solved it firsthand and didn't need Fubuki to use her forte. But also, even if we did get shocked, if Fubuki turned back time, then that would also save the culprit as well.
Oh.
Again! Jesus.
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
Oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and
Oh, now you're the king, I see.
This too is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth?
And he's back.
Tell me.
Yeah.
What will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth.
Like, look at all these flags they're setting up, man. It can't be anyone except for the chief at this point.
I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
I'm just saying.
good luck. You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come.
Alright, what are we reasoning this time? Flag might as well be the size of a blanket. Yeah. Ghost farm traits, security log, Fubuki's forte.
Keep playing with your shit deductions. You still
Whoopsie daisy.
solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That
Hold up.
security system? No living human can breach it.
Haha, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, nothing to say this time?
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapal.
Again? Not for me, because I solved it in one go. Bitches.
But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapal. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
But...
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
I didn't.
Vivia...
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth,
Oh, yo?
then I must stand in your way.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in. What are you going to do?
The lighting here looks really cool.
It's time to decide your past and your future.
Why, Vivia?
Oh boy. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Let me ask you.
Okay, 1 second. So first, I need to go ahead and delete this. All right, and then I actually need to. I was gonna say there's a bot. Yeah. So now, since I got paused, I need to use the bathroom real quick. So I'm gonna be right back. So sit tight for a second, yo. Alrighty. I have returned. Thank you all for waiting patiently. At least we get to listen to the music. Hell yeah. Some good ass music, too. Alrighty. So let's see. Toxic gas properties, stab wounds in back, electrical room, eyewitness. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. We'll just... Oh. What the fuck? Dude. No. Hold up. You gotta be fucking kidding me. There's no way. There's... What? Epic get... Oh, because it's Unreal... Oh my god. Dude. Okay, hold up. I can't remember if there's an autosave, but I have to imagine that there is. So let's hope. Let's hope that I get saved by the autosave here. Okay. Hold. Okay. Swear to fucking God. Damn you, Unreal Engine. But like that's never happened before. Okay. I'm gonna just hit continue. Let's see where the autosave might have put us. Okay, thank God. Thank fucking God. Thank you, modern day gaming mechanics. Oh. Alright.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit would surely die. You should already know this, right? The gas has a special trait.
Shit.
The gas can see through even a gas mask.
This is correct.
Ability can nullify its toxicity.
No ability can nullify its toxicity. Toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks are ineffective. It takes 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread, and death is certain. It's I can't remember. Did it say that the chief was actually stabbed? No, yeah, he did have a knife in him. But it did say it takes I'm gonna go with the toxic gas properties.
Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Weska. No one.
There we go. God bless autosave. Yes, exactly. That's a relief. Unreal Engine and crashing, it do be like that. I mean, this is Unreal 4 though, so, you know.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you. Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas, and no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it. You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapel taking you to the next room.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
It's the only explanation that makes sense. This is the truth. I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
the culprit is...
Uh-huh.
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth. Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes? Isn't this what you wanted?
What's he talking about?
Yomi's Mystery Phantom and Fifia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Huh?
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is? It's the hitman, right?
Nope. Not even.
The truth is worthless. Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city. No one wants the truth. Not even you! Now, rot away and die right here! No one will get in my way. Kanai Ward, Amaterasu, they both belong to me!
Oh boy. Oh, he's a big boy.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poisoning. If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing here?
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
Mm-hmm.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth? Your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
Your deduction is wrong. Don't disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
No. What? The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman.
With this, I'll expose the truth.
The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman. The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas.
Ah, you have cut me with your words of
So
truth.
they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Use the hitman?
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor. They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor?
Mm-hmm.
The doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
I like how Shinigami's got her like little like creeper Cosma fingers going. It's funny. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
All you would need is a similar knife. The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So, it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
A ruse, I say.
Stop. Stop, 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 stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Wesker was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
The real culprit. The real culprit is...
The time has finally come, Yuma. It's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then, show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
Yep,
Now,
we've all known.
expose the truth. Do it if you want to burn the world down.
Defeat Yomi with a key. Yep. A photo of a young man and woman. What was the clue leading to the true culprit? The man cannot be recognized because of blood stains on the picture.
The bloodstains photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman. That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No. Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
I don't understand, but good luck, Master. I'm always by your side, haunting you.
What the? Yeah? Who is the true culprit? There he is. Alrighty. Yomi, go away. Wow, we fucking launched him. Oh, and there goes the cracks in the mirror.
Chief. Yako.
My brother. Revenge is a dish best sent back to the kitchen.
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the Chief was the hitman's target. But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself.
And served cold.
It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the Chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit?
Why'd you have to do it, Chief?
Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder? He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
Don't forget this stuff.
What? Battle with Vivia. The anemic vampire is gonna throw questions at you back to back. Press the correct button when you think you've got the correct answer. You'll take damage if you avoid all assailing assaults. Huh. So, to make it seem like the doctor was in danger, why did Yako send the death threat? To make it seem like the doctor was... Oh, Vivia.
The phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter, but I'll do it anyway.
That is a...
It's something I must do.
That is a monster box cutter.
While the Chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat?
My blade shall be his atonement.
Why would the Chief send it? If he was the killer.
Oh, and we're back...
Answer me, Yuma.
Back in the Kine.
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger. which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place. All the master detectives headed to the secret lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
Huh? Their abilities?
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too.
Yeah?
What
Have you
was the
heard of
point
something
of
called
that?
the mail?
Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
Why was the death threat sent to the peacekeepers?
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility. They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do.
Oh, Vivia.
Can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab. You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the peacekeepers will see us.
Yeah, and then he left. He went off on his own.
I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
Who caused the blackout?
No, that's not it.
Wait, huh? I hit the button.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
No, that's
What the
not
hell?
it.
Oh, it's just wrong. I see. Let it
He
pass.
said he'd buy us some time,
Okay.
but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Okay, so
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
nope.
No,
Wait.
that's not
Oh,
it.
think the slaughter artist. Okay.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have been the chief if he was hiding.
Part of the plan. So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
Uh-huh. And then we have disarmed him.
The chief was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to
Oh.
have caused it.
I forgot that bit.
So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job.
It's over, Vivia. I've got the high ground.
He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start. He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte. The Chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all. He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder! Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all! Master, grab that coward and...
Enough!
Dang. Put some bass in his voice there.
Didn't have to come to this. Chief Yako saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him.
Oh.
So, why? Why did you do it? Is this about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me, or I...
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
But the phantoms give insight into what it is that they're thinking.
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding, but that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
Eliminate the chief?
Are you really going to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die. But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door. Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to.
He deserves to be put away in search of the truth. I mean, that's what he always told us.
I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the Chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone. Neither the Chief nor you.
Uh-oh.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other Master Detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue. If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the Chief's soul called out to us?
Huh?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too.
Yeah.
In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
Entrust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God in your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the Chief, then I will lend a hand.
Oh, our boy.
I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high. Because I, too, am a detective.
Hey, a genuine smile. Look at that.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
And we don't see him smile. Oh boy, here we go. Deduction denouement. It's time. Alright. So, which ones do we have? Where is the secret lab located? Alright, so we don't have that one yet. The death threat sent to the detective agency and also... Okay. How was Dr. Huesca communicated with? Intercom. Okay. Wow, there's whole pages here that are all good. What did the culprit use to get past security? Oh, to get past security. I guess just Amapal? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hey. Whose power was used in the panel room? Fubu keys, but we don't have that one yet. Let's see. What weapon was used to kill Dr. Huesca? A knife. Okay. Oh boy. Let's see here. Who killed the culprit? Don't have that one yet. Go all the way back to the beginning. Amaterasu Corporation. Go. Let's see. Death threat sent to the peacekeepers. Where did the culprit hide? Decontamination device. Okay. Whose power was used? Fubu keys. Okay, and then who killed the culprit? Fink. Who is the culprit? Yako. Mystery unraveled. All right, let's see it.
Step right up, step right up.
Shinigami, read the room, please.
Yo, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives. 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters. Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement.
The victim in this case is one Dr. Huesca. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ.
Wow, look at that! Look at that typing form. That is monstrous.
He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Why were they typing like that?
Yeah, with that out of the way.
Because they're mad.
Posing as a
Can't you
hitman,
tell?
The culprit sent a death threat to the peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research lab. At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the master detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all. The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Makoto at the same time.
Oh yeah, what the fuck happened to Makoto?
Down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Tetsuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With
the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the
Hey,
blackout
go
as an
on. I can't bear to see
opportunity hide
Yako
in the
pass.
airlock chamber.
Hope you're gonna be able to finish this chapter. I should be able to, hopefully. Hopefully they don't yap for like another 30 to 40 minutes before the end of the chapter. But sounds good, Drew. Appreciate you stopping in. Stay groovy. See you soon.
Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us. But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
This whole "the doctor's in danger" spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick!
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
But that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap! That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies! He really got you there, Master!
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing. Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express! First stop, a shower of toxic gas! Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high voltage shocks! One wrong move, and it was instant out.
Jeez.
But thanks to that shell escape, we got all the continues we could want. So we managed a perfect clear! The critical lab was finally breached!
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result. The camera feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilt blood. On to the next thing.
Damn. It's pretty metal.
Where were we? Oh yeah! To open the door to the doctor's lab, Amapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapal can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Then, the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Grips was pretty much dead, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered. But they knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They had already been in contact with the toxic gas, so death was inevitable. However, dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
Why did he give him back the picture?
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the Master Detective's capabilities. They knew those powers would get them close to the Doctor. But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska and even included his own death in the plot.
Yako Furio, it was you!
Yep. 'Tis me. 'Tis I. If I want to be grammatically correct. Oh.
Expose the truth.
There he is. Come on, Chief. Give us the scoop.
But why? Chief Yako, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
Oh, do we not even get the... Oh, they're not even gonna tell us.
Raging bloodlust.
Okay, then.
Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth.
Oh. Well, what was that, Shinigami? I'm assuming she still killed him, but in a different manner from all the others? Wonder what that means.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me.
Oh?
I mean, not even I hated Fuzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual. I wonder why.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet. Do you really think we're done here?
Huh?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought?
No, we still don't know the why.
If so, we could just leave, right?
Some mysteries remain. All mysteries are now solved. No, some mysteries still remain. But the mystery remains.
No, we haven't uncovered everything yet. No, there are still some mysteries remaining.
Huh? What's remaining? I reaped the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered, for Chief Yako's sake. Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master.
Hmm.
You know I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master!
Oh, really? We're gonna extend the mystery labyrinth with the barrel game?
Are you ready to...
The remaining mystery is Dr. Huesca's, Dr. Huesca's, oh, motive? Whoopsie daisy. hold on. The remaining mystery is Dr. Huesca's
Twirling, twirling. You can do it, Master!
Okay, hold on. Here, eat this.
Made it in the nick of time!
Wait. Huh? What happened? Dr. Huesca's,
Tick tock, tick tock. Wrong.
shit. God dang it. What is it? Dr. Huesca's what? Restart from last checkpoint. Jesus Christ, really? They're gonna have us all the way back here? Can I skip? Hold on. I think there was a way to fast forward.
Master's night. I mean, not even. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart
Oh, there we go. Some mysteries remain.
No.
And it's all silent too. Okay.
Let's work together as a team.
The remaining mystery is Dr. Huesca's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doctor's notes. Oh. Dr. Huesca's L Cheshire Barrel. L M huh?
That's right.
Oh, email. Huh. Okay.
Great. You only have 30 seconds. Keep that up.
There we go. All right. Good stuff. Oh, that's a new one. We haven't seen that one before. Very nice. Shinigami Beam. Oh, and the Zelda chime.
Oh, it's a secret dungeon. The labyrinth must be breaking down so slowly because the identity of the culprit isn't the only mystery. But it's still definitely coming down, so you better hurry, Master!
Yeah, got it.
Yuma, I'll follow you to the end until you reach the truth.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, brother. But we will get to the truth next time around. Alrighty. I think we'll go ahead and call it there for the evening. All right. Well, that is definitely a cliffhanger to leave off of. So yeah, we already went over time, so I think wrapping this all up next time around should be good. Green-haired guy has a villain voice. I feel more like an ASMR voice, honestly. Because our boy's definitely not a villain. Our boy's a homie. That is what Vivia is through and through to the end. Thick and thin, thick as thieves, and dummy thick as well. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there for the evening. I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. No stream tomorrow. Saturday, I still need to check. I'm gonna check after the stream. I'm gonna check to see if a fix has yet to be implemented for the whole Waydroid Libudini bullshit that where it just shat itself at the prospect of the year 2026. So hopefully that's all cleared up. If not, I don't think I'll be able to play FGO on Saturday. We might have to come up with a temporary thing. We could potentially do Nikkei, you know, who knows. But if you want to know what'll be happening, go ahead and follow my Blue Sky, subscribe or follow, and you'll see what we get up to. But for tonight, I'm gonna say we go ahead and call it there. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. Hopefully y'all have yourselves a good Friday tomorrow, and with any luck, I will see you all on Saturday. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.